Hi there and welcome to the screencast. Tonight I'm going to go over the topics that are going to be on the next quiz in Intro to Computer Science. So let's get to it. Alright, the first question was, what is the purpose of a text box and a label? Alright, well, a text box is used primarily for the user to input text, and a label is used primarily to display text or to output text to your program. Why should you name your controls before including them in any code? If you don't name them first, they will have names like button 1 and label 1 in your code, and that makes your program really difficult to read because you have no idea what each control does when reading the code. No, that is not a valid expression. You would need to rewrite it as label display dot text equals my expression. You can only assign a string literal value to the text property of a control. So you have to add the dot text in the assignment statement. Alright, what are event handlers? Event handlers are blocks of code that handle specific blocks of code that handle events, and events being like a button click, a user dragging their mouse somewhere, any input from the user that creates an event while your program is running. The block of code associated with that gets executed every time that event occurs. Okay, what types of numeric values? These are positive and negative whole numbers. These are positive and negative decimal values. Strings are sequences of characters. A date, an example would be 1/1/2013, 4:00:00 a.m. Alright, they're basically string values that are in the format of a date. And a Boolean is a true or false variable. So you can only have two values, true or false. Okay, what is a control object? Well, a control object is a user interface GUI feature that can be added to a form. Alright, so examples would be buttons, labels, radios, buttons, text boxes, etc. Okay, how do assignment statements work and what is their syntax? Alright, in an assignment statement, they use an equal sign. So if you're working with a variable, you put the variable on the left and you put the value you want to assign that variable on the right side of the equation, or the equal sign, I should say. And the same thing goes if you're setting a property of a control object. So for example, button a dot text equals blue. Alright, you're taking what's on the right side of the equal sign, assigning it to what's on the left side. And what's on the left and right, they should both represent data that's the same type or a variable, and a value that a corresponding value of that type. So what is the purpose of a variable? Well, variables can be used to store and perform computations store values, I should say, and let's see, provide the values to perform computations. I think that what I like best is store values, computations carried out on variables. Well, actually on the values that are in variables. Okay, what is the name of the capitalization scheme? It is camel case. How and when where can a variable be declared? Well, how with a dim statement. So you do dim the variable name, then you use the as keyword, and then you use the variable type. Okay, where? Typically underneath the class statement. Or they can also be declared in event handlers. And later on we'll see how they are declared in methods, functions, and procedures. Okay, why should you convert between a string value and a numeric value when converting between text property of a control and a numeric variable that is the double data type? Well, the reason is text properties of controls can only contain string values. And computations cannot be performed with strings. You need actually the value represented by that string. Okay. Oops. Alright, you really should convert those string values into arithmetic values before performing computations. Okay, what does the .toString, adding that to a variable, do? It converts the value of the variable into a string expression. Alright, what does C double do? Let's see. Well, that converts whatever you put in the parentheses to a double value, meaning a decimal value. Okay, well, you use C double and .toString for the next one. So for example, if I say dim dbl x as double, and I say dbl x equals 4.23, and I want to put that, make that a string value and assign it to a label, I may say something like this: label display.text equals, and then it would be dbl x dot to string. And then if I started with the string and I wanted to convert it to a double value, let's say I had a text box called text display, and I wanted to assign what was in the text property to my double value double x, I would say dblx equals cdbl, and then it would be parentheses txt display.text. Sorry, I'm running out of room here. Okay, writing an assignment statement, assign 7.5 to a double variable, name my double variable. Alright, so that would be pretty simple. It would be, let's see, dbl my double variable equals 7.5. How do you perform arithmetic with variables? Can you use parentheses? Yeah, you do use the typical operation statements that you usually do in arithmetic. Plus, minus, the asterisk is multiply, the slash is divide, and the hat symbol is raised, or the caret symbol is raised to a power. Does Visual Basic use order of operations? Yes, it does. So we can have a statement. Let's say I have three variables, int x, int y, and int z, and I can say something like this: int x equals, and then I can put in parentheses int z minus int y times what int x is now. And that is a valid a statement that performs arithmetic and assigns a value to int x. Alright, well, I hope this was helpful. I'm not quite sure how long it's been going on for, but hopefully you weren't too bored. And go Giants. I'm watching the Giants win, so I'm very happy about that. And we will enjoy tomorrow off. And I think we'll be seeing you on Wednesday, not till Wednesday. So take care. Enjoy your weekend. Cheers.